On part of the Ministry of External Affairs on EU's move against Russia. India now speaks on EU sanctions, saying that we do not subscribe to unilateral measures, and India says that we are committed when it comes to our legal obligations. Now, this is at the time coming in when it comes to amid weaponization of trade and migration. There has been sessions that have been taking place on part of India, which has now been made absolutely clear, Rishabh, when it comes to our stand that we are looking at as far as the EU sanctions are concerned. MEA has now made it clear that when it comes to such actions that would be taken, or unilateral actions or measures are taken, India does not subscribe to them. India says that we are committed to our legal obligations. We have Pathikrit with us, Pathikrit Prem connected with us. Pathikrit, what do you make of India's statement as far as EU's move is now concerned against Russia? We've also seen the NATO chief also making or giving a warning on similar lines.
Well, I think the statement by India is absolutely correct and firm, and I think the whole country stands behind the government on this issue. These unilateral sanctions and whims and fancies of the Western countries, especially United States and the European Union and its offshoot, which is NATO, I think that must stop. NATO has been known as an organization which is responsible for this Russia-Ukraine conflict by its eastward expansion, when NATO should have been dismantled after the end of Cold War in the early 90s and because of the disintegration of Soviet Union. So these kind of threats, European Union must and NATO must realize that they have absolutely no control or influence on a country like India, which is the fourth largest economy in the world in terms of nominal GDP, which is a responsible military power, and is home to almost 1.5 billion people. So we will decide what is good for us when it comes to whether it's our energy security or whether it is about our trade. I think the Secretary General of NATO was trying to keep the Americans in good humor and trying to please them by...
Well, there has been a unilateral message, however, Pathikrit, that has gone across on part of India, saying that there would be no double standards that would be allowed as far as European Union, which has announced new package of sanctions aimed at Russia over its war against Ukraine. Pathikrit, thank you very much for joining us here on the broadcast. We head into a short break. You're watching Times Now. Back with the latest headlines.